Hello everyone, welcome to another Minecraft episode. So today I'm going to be showing you how I connect my builds together. So these are the pathways that I build, and I do have a time lapse of me building it. And yeah, basically this is just what it looks like. Basically, you saw a couple episodes ago, we built the sheep farm for wool. And then if we go this way, it basically connects it to our farm area, which I do want to build more farms this way and stuff. And I want to build a river right here too. But yeah, let's get to the time lapse. I'm going to show exactly how I built this and explain it in detail. All right, so basically here we are destroying little things and I'm doing outlines. So my sister is helping me build this here, and she helped me like break the things in the way. So she broke that. There was actually a villager farm there. I just left it there and breaking the trees around it, and we'll plant them back later. But yeah, we're basically outlining the path. So I like to make my paths around 5 to 7 blocks wide because there's horses on the server. So I like for horses, it just makes it easy for horses to get through. And yeah, my sister likes to use horses, even though we have elytras, we still like to use them just because it's fun. So this is basically me just outlining the design. And yeah, sorry again, I'm not the best with replay mod, but I'm trying my hardest with it at the very least. And yeah, it's basically just like, it seems like slow, but it's basically just like a lot of outlining so we can place the actual blocks. So first we break the area and then we place pink concrete powder. I really do like pink concrete powder, even though it is kind of risky to use, especially if people have water buckets on them at the time when they're playing. But yeah, you can see on the edges of the pathway we're doing stripped mangrove wood and stripped cherry wood. That's what I like to do on the sides. And you can see I was basically doing the wood while my sister was placing the concrete powder. And then yeah, we use slabs because I like to keep the terrain as it is for the most part. I do change it up a little bit, but I do like to use slabs to signalize this is what was here before. And yeah, I should probably come over here. This is pretty fun to build. Like the main thing was just making sure we had the measurements right, because we did not want it to be like uneven and stuff. But yeah, it's basically just time consuming. Like I would say this in total took us about 2 hours to build, which isn't too bad, but at the same time, for a pathway, it is a long time. Like I'm not gonna lie, like I could build like an iron farm or two during that time, if you think about it. So it is kind of lengthy. But yeah, here we're just making sure we place the slabs in the correct spots. I did think I messed it up a little bit, but I'm pretty sure I fixed it later. And yeah, you can see here at the sides, we just placed like even more strip wood. This is how I like to make the sides go down. And then eventually here later, you'll see that we break all the grass to make it connect to the ocean, because we're not gonna put anything on that grass anyways. So we're just gonna connect it to the ocean, and you'll see how we build that later. And yeah, basically same thing all the way until we connect it to the wool farm. And this was definitely the most complicated like part of it, because like this hill was like just like very weird, especially, and like the gap between like the left to the right was pretty big. So we just had to make sure we got the slabs correct in this build. It looks kind of weird, the slabs being like that, but I think it looks pretty unique, so I like it. So anytime I elytra out, I just go and get more materials, as you guys know, because these things take up a lot of different like unique materials. And luckily I've grinded like a ton of concrete powder, I've grinded a ton of cherry and mangrove wood, so all I have to do is just go to my storage room and I have it all there. Pretty much everything in my storage room. I don't think I'll run out for a little while on a lot of things. Actually, mangrove wood I'm kind of running low on, but I mean, I can easily go mine it again. But yeah, here we are starting to finish it out. And yeah, not much else to say other than this is like the outline of it, because we'll eventually decorate everything. We'll add like lampposts, which I'll describe more into detail whenever I'm building them. Okay, so now I believe I'm adding the fences, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, here we are. I'm adding the fences. So basically I just use mangrove and cherry fences, as you can see here. This was pretty easy. And then as you can see here, my sister was adding the cherry or not cherry, pink and red carpets, just to give a little bit more detail to it. And then you can see right behind there, I started placing the decorative blocks on the pathway because, you know, the cherry concrete powder or the pink concrete powder, you know, a little bit plain. So I like to add red concrete powder. I like to add pink concrete, which I use with a water bucket to add. And then I like to use pink terracotta, I believe. Those are the 3 blocks I used to just make it look a little bit better. And then, yeah, again, it's easy, just a little bit time consuming, you know. And then I had my sister help me do this now since she was done with the carpets on the fences. And it made the process just a little bit quicker. And then, yeah, you've seen this in previous episodes. I didn't have the time lapse back then, so you can see, you know, here in the time lapse. And then, yeah, the water bucket was actually the easiest because I didn't have to break anything. All I had to do was place the water bucket. I just had to make sure not just pick it up as soon as possible so it did not flow everywhere. Okay, so here I was beginning the lanterns at the top here, like the lights. And I do this pretty much around all my areas here. And then, as you can see, my sister here was destroying the dirt here to connect, because we like to use tiles in the rivers. And then we like to add lily pads just because it looks good. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the middle of the ocean yet, but what I do know at the edges, I do like the tile blocks, the deep slate tile blocks with lily pads over it. And then basically that's what my sister's doing. And then if you get a little closer up to me, what I'm doing over here, I'm basically just adding the lights, which you saw me do this in previous episodes, not in time-lapse form though, but it's basically like, it's a ton of blocks, so it's a lot of like just me going into my inventory. That's the main reason why it takes forever. It's because I have to go in my inventory and rearrange it for all the blocks that I need. And then I place leaves down as temporary blocks just to go. I'm not good at scaffolding, like I said in the past, so I just use leaves with a hoe with efficiency 5 just to break it instantly to get that done. And then it's a ton of different blocks, so I always have to manage to my inventory. It's deep slate tiles, or is that bricks? I forget the blocks. I think those are tiles. Deep slate tiles with deep slate tile walls, cherry fence, into another deep slate tile wall, into, I forgot what that, I think it's chiseled deep slate. And then I add lightning rod at the top because I'm scared of lightning. Lightning has ruined me so many times in this game. And then I connect it with chains into the purple frog light, which I really, really do love. And then I put trapdoors on top of the frog lights just to give it, you know, the extra texture. I really like it. And then I put a fence in the middle just to connect it all. And then you can see I came down here to help my sister build this just a little bit. So here I was kind of confused because I didn't know, because I let my sister do this and I didn't know what block she built, because I wanted to place like every block on this layer with deep slate tiles. So I just went up and kind of like, you know, estimated where it was. I don't know if this was like what it truly was, but this still looks good nonetheless. And then this was pretty quick to do. It was pretty quick and easy. All we had to do, like, we have efficiency 5 shovels, so it's just easy to insta mine everything. And then just place the deep slate tile. This is satisfying looking back every single time, bro. It's like one of those satisfying videos, bro. It feels so good. So basically we just elytra'd back to just clear our inventories and grab more deep slate tiles. And oh my gosh, like, look how satisfying that is, just how quickly that turns into deep slate tiles. And then now you can see I'm just adding random lily pads all over the area just to give a little bit of detail. I don't know what else to add in the water. Let me know what else I should add in the water that would look good here, because I don't really know. I just placed lily pads. I think this looks good enough. I want to place more trees. Maybe I should build like custom trees. All right, so here I'm basically just finishing the light posts, the lanterns, whatever you want to call it. And this is about my 3rd session. Like I said, this took about 2 hours in total. I did 3 different sessions to build this. I did 2 with my sister and then 1 by myself here just to finish it off, because my sister doesn't really know how to build these like that well. I mean, she probably could, but it just take more time. And this took me about, I don't know, like 25-ish minutes to do the rest of these, so not too shabby. The main thing is just sorting through your inventory. Like, that's the thing that takes the longest, is just sorting through your inventory to get all the blocks, because there's a lot of different blocks we're working with here. But other than that, it's actually really, really easy. Again, just a little bit time consuming to go through the inventory, and it feels good to look back Just watching it, it just feels satisfying. And then yeah, some of them you can see like the fences are up like 2 high and some are like up 1 high. That's because on the right side it's obviously up higher, but it still connects well. Like it still works well. It makes it a little bit more textured as well whenever you see me do the middle ones. And then yeah, I had to go back because I ran out of chains, I believe. Yeah, this takes up a lot of cherry wood, takes up a lot of iron, takes up not as much or whatever deep slate. I get deep slate blackstone like mixed up all the time because ever since I used the blackstone buttons, bro, like my mind's just got ruined with that because there's no deep slate buttons. I was like, whoa, why is there no deep slate buttons? So I always get blackstone and deep slate now mixed up together because of that. I didn't even notice there's pillagers behind me. Okay, that's kind of scary. While I was building this, I did not even notice that, bro. I'm afraid like pillagers are gonna kill all my villagers one day and it's just gonna be sad. But yeah, you can see we're doing the light post here. So yeah, that's pretty much done. And then I went back and then connected everything. So let me go back really quickly. And started right here, yep. To just basically connect it in the middle. This is the final spot or final part of this, of connecting the pathways. I think this makes it look like, this basically just completes it, makes it look good, in my opinion. And then this is actually really easy because I do not have to manage my inventory at all. As you can see, I'm not taking any pauses to go through my inventory. Like this is super easy. Why it took forever for the post at the sides, because like I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra different blocks. Here I only have 4, I believe. So it was just pretty easy here. And then I need a slot for my leaves and my hoe. So that was the main thing. And then lastly, I just at the sides here, I just finished this up. I broke the dirt and then added the strip cherry and mangrove logs. And that was basically it. This was really easy. This is actually one of the easier things. It just takes up a ton of wood. Like mining the wood definitely takes a lot longer than like doing this. I can say that for sure. And it always has to rain whenever I record, I guess. So yeah, that is pretty much it. That is how I connect my pathways. All right, everyone, we are back to the world. You can see it is finished. We'll do a little fly around just so you guys can see. We'll actually go up here so you can look like from like this pathway here. Like this is what it looks like. It looks kind of plain right now, but like I said at the start, I do want to add another river. Like I've started a pathway right here. I want to add a river in the middle and then have a pathway going this way. I'll replace this house with a different house. I want to make like a way to get up there somehow because there is a villager house up here too, and I want to replace this villager house with something else too. So once we have the river in the middle here, it will look like a ton better. Like I won't be able to walk on this land whenever I have the river built here. But yeah, that's it for this episode. Basically, this is just like I've done like builds like this in the past in my Minecraft series, but I just wanted to show and explain it a little bit more in detail in the time lapse. And it's something that like needed to be done to build other things, because this is like going to be like the farm area basically, and I needed this pathway to kind of lay out of what I was going to do here. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I love you guys forever and always. Best wishes. Bye bye.